All right, it says I'm live. Let me close up my water bottle. Let's see who's in the chat. So tonight, let's see. I see Jerome. Is it Ayame? Brave Blue Snow, welcome. Derp, guy with the green hat. And Mark is here. Hey, Tommy, welcome. Unlicensed Star Trek ship. Yep, definitely. Some people have to hit the hay, understand that. Let's see, Austin's here. Chris is here. Let's see. Sorry that I had to start a little late. That happens with life when you have multiple kids and a family. Let's see. Nicholas is here. Did I say hi to Nicholas? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. It looks like everyone's good. So here's what we're going to do. So tonight I'm playing Megamania. This is going to be my last Thursday night live stream for a while. I have some family obligations coming up, and it's going to be it's going to take some time away from me for a short period of time. So this will be the last Thursday night one for probably next 2 weeks. Probably after that I'll be back on schedule, hopefully. So I might do another live stream between now and that, and I'll try and get some more content going. Let's see, Dirty Harry showed up, and so did Roy. Hello. So tonight I'm playing Megamania. I had to really brighten the screen with this setup. I'm actually using my Atari 7800, real cartridge, and when I was trying it earlier, I couldn't see the shots, the enemy shots, so I had to brighten the screen, so hopefully it'll be okay for everybody. So I'm trying to get the Activision Patch score. 45,000 points. Now, I looked and I saw that previously when I attempted this. I did a live stream in January. I got like 16,000 points. So who knows how well I will do. But I will, if I improve, this might be one of those games that I don't get the patch score. But let's see if I can. Last time I did Star Masters and I got the patch score and the score for the Chevron for the leader class. So that's one you can get multiple patches on. So let me know how the sound is when I start playing. And let's see how we do. So here we go. Attempt 1. I'm going to use the guided shots. Ooh, and already I'm dying. I am not the greatest at Megamania. This is one of those games that I find that a lot of people tend to like it. Like, it's a lot of favorites, right? Like, a lot of people, oh, Megamania, that's one of my favorites. And I don't like it as much. I like it, but not as much as some people like it. I don't know if there's games like that you play where it seems like everybody else seems to like it better than you. Oh no, I'm doing terrible. And you don't want to get, I think, oh man, this is going to be a long night, isn't it? So, I don't know. There's some games, if there's a game, let me know in the chat that, like, it seems like everybody likes it a lot more than you do. And for me, Megamania is one of them. I like it, but not as much. Galaxian's another one. I like Galaga, but Galaxian, I'm like, eh. But there are some people who really love Galaxian. Let's get this last, I forgot what this is. Radial tire, maybe? Oh, yeah, I got to get this before the energy. Oh, man. I'm not even going to break 10,000. Well, maybe, but where's it at? Where's it at? Where is it? There's one. There we go. So I'll try to get to the chat in between games. Let's just shoot down a few. Oh, there you go, 4,000. How pathetic. How pathetic. Let's see. Lads Band is here. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Just got done watching Hocus Pocus and ready to get ready for Hocus Pocus 2. I've never seen Hocus Pocus. I meant to. Let's see. Don't mind me. I'm just listening, making my own Halloween-themed video. All right. Let's see. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see if I can do better. So this was my first attempt. Let's do attempt number 2. Let's see, do I have to hit reset? So I will do better. Shots are still a little hard for me to see on my TV. The blue shots, but there we go. I think I just saw Norberto enter the chat. Man, I got smushed in there. And maybe I'll try with straight shots too, because you could do that as well. I think that's game 3 is straight shots. And in the manual, it didn't seem to matter which game variation you played. Okay. There we go. Got it. Yes. Okay. Nice. Oh, I moved just a little too much. Come on. Let's do this. Oh! Oh, I will get better, but I'm sorry. This is pathetic. I may not get the patch score of this one. At least not tonight. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's see. I'll have to see what these are. Man, look at the move. Is that it? 6550. So I'm improving. I'm improving, but let's see. Oh, Tony's here. Welcome. Let's see. Have you ever collaborated or played games with Arcade USA or Stu's Reviews? So I haven't heard of Stu's Reviews. I am friends with Willie, online buddies with Willie from Arcade USA. And we actually played, what was it? We actually played Battleship. We recorded ourselves playing Battleship against each other. So hang on. Let me see something real quick. Where's that paper? I printed up a paper. I guess I'll just have to look it up. So I wanted to see what everything is. So let me look it up real quickly because this game, it has some interesting enemies. We're looking for Megamania. And let's see. So the first cycle is hamburgers and then cookies. So those are cookies. And then bugs and then radial tires. So I don't think I've made it to the diamonds yet. So let's see how we can do. Yes, this definitely looks like an enterprise. So let's give this a go again. Here we go. So these are the hamburgers, which you can make it out, right? Come on. Get the last hamburger. Get the last Royale with cheese. There we go. So wave 1 is done. Man, wave 2. Oh, he got me in. Hey, I see Atari Creep's here. Welcome, Creep. Good to have you in the chat. If I can do this, come on. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's get around. Here we go. Second section. One more. Ooh, don't die. That would not be good. There we go. Okay, next. And this is, I forget, is this the radial tires? Is that what the... Yes! I think that was a situation where if I didn't shoot him, he would have got me. Good. Come on, get somebody on this. Oh, I missed that one shot. Oh! I wish I could make the enemy shots a little brighter on my side. But I think it would make the game look horrible if I did that. Got that. There we go. All right, doing okay. This is a new high for me. I think these are the diamonds. Oh, good. They go back up. I was afraid that they were going to squish me in. on, get him. One more. Got him. Yes. I think I earned a free ship there. Okay, I'm not. I can't remember. I think these are steam irons. Ooh. Look at them. They're so erratic. Holy smoke. It seems like I do okay on the middle, but it's the edges that are giving me troubles. Okay, go back up or down or whatever. Just... Man, look at how erratic they are. Okay, now I have to wait for another go around. Please don't run out of energy. Got him. Yes! I wasn't sure. I was kind of anxious to do that. I'm not sure what... These look like bow ties, but I think they're... Oh! You know what? Good improvement. Good improvement. Making baby steps. Baby steps. All right. Let's see who else. So, let's go. Chris is here. Did I say hi to Chris? If I didn't, hello. Xevious is a never-ending game, yes. Space Invaders was huge. Looks like Upside Down Desks. Lion Secret says nice. Creep says nice. Galaxian was pretty popular. Came out in 79. Let's see. Shoot a little ahead. Yeah, I try. What video games were popular in 70s arcade other than Pong? Was it mostly electronical and mechanical back then? Like, yeah, a lot of the early games had kind of that electronical, mechanical feel. But I'm trying to think. I mean, Space War or whatever. And Dade's here. What about cookie burgers? So let's see. What was that? And Norberto. Did I say hello to Norberto? I don't know. I don't know. So let's see. Okay, we're going to keep going. We're still far away from the thing. So that was steam irons and then bow ties. So those are bow ties that I faced. And then comes the space dice. So what happens is every cycle increases by 10. So the hamburgers are worth 20, cookies 30, bugs 40, tires 50. And it maxes out at 90. So that's where you really get your score cooking, right? Is if you can get there, and it goes around. So, hey, Jerome. Jerome is back. Hey, and Jim's here too. This game is a ripoff of the Sega arcade game Astro Blaster. I'll have to look up that. Jim does the Pie Factory podcast, if you ever heard of that. They cover two arcade games every podcast is what their like format is. I wish companies would bring back electronical mechanical games. I enjoy that. I even enjoy what's that, like the Tomy Pocket games. I've done some reviews of those, which are pure mechanical. And you know you're getting older when the PS2 and 3 are being called retro. Absolutely. I agree. I mean, I was talking in my Discord server about how the Wii, for some people's retro, how a 10-year-old who the Wii was their first system, a 10-year-old, they're now like in their 20s and out of college and have their family of their own. So to them, that's retro. Because when I was in college, I was like, man, the Atari's retro and the NES is now retro. Like, you know, people weren't playing that. They were playing Nintendo 64 and they were playing PlayStation, right? And Nintendo seems so old by then. Just the NES. So yeah, I mean to us, it's still if you grew up in like the 80s and 90s, the Wii might still feel new to you. I mean, games on optical discs might still seem a bit modern, right? Like DVDs and even CD-based games. And there's a generation that doesn't even know what physical media is like, which is fine. That's how things change. It's just sad when, like, Google Stadia is now going away, and here's the bugs. And now there's games, games can theoretically be lost. The nice thing about physical media is you could still play it. It's, in a sense, preserved in a way. Some of these digital download games, like the Wii Shop games, the eShop, WiiWare games, is that what they were called? There's games that people will never get... Oh, I knew that was going to happen. There's games that people get lost to time. Okay, come on. Let's get him right there. There we go. Ooh, one. Down to one. Come on. Got him. I'm starting to get a little bit of a feel. I'm not saying that I'm ready to, you know, challenge for world records or even the patch score, but love to see that the chat's being nice and active. Hey, got a free ship. I'll pretend it's Picard, because he's the greatest captain of Star Trek history. I don't care what anybody says. Shatner, Kirk, he's the captain you want to hang out with on your off days. Picard's the one you want leading you into battle. Come on. Don't. Come on. Ooh, I can be... Yeah, I probably needed to do that anyways. I was going to die, so might as well take one out with me. Come on, where are you at? Where are you? Where are you? I'm waiting for them to come down. I'm just burning energy. There we go. Ooh, if I get a little bit more, I think there's the bow ties. Oh, getting close. So you cannot gain energy. You cannot gain energy, but in between levels it gets refilled, right? So let's see. Adam's here. Welcome. So the only console I play now a lot is a Switch. Got my Retron 77 and 80s 2600 games. How about Kirk 2.0? Let's see. You got to check out Boldly Flee on YouTube. Well, Picard is probably the best leader in TV history. James T. Kirk is the best. Too busy hitting on Janeway. was a huge Stadia guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that they're like canceling. I mean, what does it tell you if Microsoft can go down? So, okay, I think I got everything. So I'm doing better. This is better than my last live stream that I did in January. So at least I'm improving. Oh, let's reset that. I don't want to lose a life. Another shout out for Cisco. Never saw Deep Space Nine. I maybe a couple episodes back in the day, and I've heard it's really good. When I was why do I do that? When I was first getting into the whole retro game online community, I was kind of introduced to it and inspired by a podcast called the Retro League Podcast. And one of the hosts, Jungle Rat Rob, he would talk very highly of Deep Space Nine. And I've seen all the original series. Hang on, let me get some of these. No. Good. And I've seen all of Next Generation. And it's interesting because growing up, I always thought that the original Star Trek was kind of cheesy, and that I would watch reruns of where I lived. They would show reruns of Next Generation at night at 10 o'clock. Every night there was an independent Fox station that showed them every night, and I would watch them. Maybe it was 10:30, because I think they had a 10 o'clock news. They were weird because where I lived, all the main networks had local 11 o'clock news, but this one station had the 10 o'clock news. And then afterwards, I think at 10:30 they would watch, I think it was 10:30 they would do Star Trek The Next Generation. And then I sometimes would watch Letterman, the Late Show, I thought that was funny, the top 10 list and stuff when he went to CBS initially. And then I would sometimes, if I was still up after that, Cheers would be on a different station, and sometimes I'd watch that. So, anyways, long story long. I used to think that Star Trek: The Next Generation was far superior to the original series, but then I rewatched them both, and I found that there's some Star Trek: The Next Generation series that just didn't hold up. Some were really good, but some of them weren't. But the original was actually a lot better than I thought. It was a very enjoyable series. So yeah, I will have to. Some people are saying I need to check out Deep Space Nine, so I will have to put that on a to-do list at some point in the near future. Okay, so I was probably talking too much during that attempt. Let's do this. Nope, let's not start dying. I am happy, though. I've almost got to... There we go. Let's get... What are these? These aren't the tires. What were these? Were these the hamburgers? I can't remember. If Pikachu was here... For all I know, he is, and I haven't seen him yet. But Pikachu's the guy who, if I make a mistake, he'll go and find the manual and be like, oh, no, that's the, whatever it is. I think these are, no, these aren't hamburgers. What are they? Are they cookies? I don't remember. These are bugs. They kind of look like microchip bugs, like hex bugs or something. Yes. So far, so good. These are the radial tires. Oh, come on. Oh, that I got squished there. Ooh, I just nipped that one. Look at that. Free ship. Yes. These are the diamonds, right? Oh, when they get close, it's so difficult to avoid those shots. Ooh, oh. I gotta get that cluster broken up. Ooh, got me again. Come on. There we go. That should help. Got it. Yes. Okay, so like 18 and change is my best high score. Ooh, nervous. Come on. Oh, good. I don't know how I survived that one, but I'm thankful I did. Oh, so close. Got the extra ship. Nice. Come on. Come on, take some more out. Oh, that. If I get past these guys. Come on. Come on. Oh. Got him. Yes. This is the final round before it goes back to the beginning. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. I've never gotten that far before. I've never gotten that far. The Budweiser bow ties. Let's see. I think I got Megamania for $5. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see. Hey, Disney, welcome. Let's see. Next Gen was my series. Had a roommate who made me a deal. They would watch all of it if I would watch Deep Space Nine. Okay, yeah. Let's see what else. XJ's here. What score do you need? 45,000. So I'm working my way up. My first game was like 4,000. So I'm doing better. Oh, Sweet and Tender's here. Welcome. No Miko Forever again, huh? Well, there's no news, really. No news. Okay. Let's see. 26, 5,000. That's a new high score for me. So I'm actually happy that I'm improving. Let's see if I can do this. Play this another, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes maybe. Let's see. I'm definitely, I mean, obviously my score shows I'm improving. So I do, like, I still feel like there's a lot of luck involved for me right now. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that. You know what else is really, I think, is entertaining if you like Star Trek, is the animated series by Filmation, the same company that did He-Man. Some people consider it like an unofficial third or fourth season because like they used a lot of the same voices, but they could do things that they didn't do. Some of it's cheesy, don't get me wrong, but I actually really enjoyed the animated series. Come on, I need to shoot this guy before I run out of energy. There we go. Come on. Whew. There we go. Oh no. Oh! Where are we at? There we go. Ooh. Oh, I got pinned in. I got pinned in there. Oh, that was terrible. Let's see. Did I beat Medal of Honor? Yes, I did. I beat that part 8. I have that on my stream. Excuse me. What are your favorite games on PC and newer consoles? I'll be honest. I mean, I've been so caught up in my retro games that the only new stuff I play is on my phone. You know, like solitaire type games, whatever. So I don't have any like the newest. I wanted to get a Switch and I haven't got it. And I have an Atari VCS and it's still, I haven't even opened it up. And I have an Evercade, which, you know, I don't consider new. It's like, it's a new thing that hosts old games. I do need to get the VCS out at some point. I'm just so busy. I bought that when GameStop clearanced them out for $100 each and people were buying them up and I paid a scalper on eBay. I bought one for like 200. So have I ever watched Groovy Goodies? I have not. I'll tell you what, hey, Amanda, welcome to the stream. I tell you what, I have been watching that I think has been interesting is, so I've been in a kick where, I've been watching like, you know, movies from like the 80s, 90s and early 2000s. Like if I get bored, I'm not like I know I sound like an old fogey, but I feel like a lot of movies just aren't as creative as they used to be. Like Hollywood is scared to try new ideas. And there's a lot of movies that just not my cup of tea, right? I'm not like into the horror genre. So like the new Halloween or whatever doesn't interest me, right? So I'm into those older movies. And so a movie I watched that I decided to give a try was a movie I was never interested in. Was Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events with Jim Carrey, right? And I watched it. I was like, yeah, it's better than I thought it would be. And then I was reading how there's a Netflix series with Neil Patrick Harris that people who enjoy the book say, oh, it's so much better than the movie and more faithful to the books. And I've been watching that, and I'm almost through it, and let me just say, and it has Patrick Warburton on it, who I think he's hilarious. He was on Seinfeld. People know him from Seinfeld. He was Elaine's boyfriend in a lot of episodes. He was in The Emperor's New Groove. He voiced Kronk. He played the Tick in a short-lived but fabulously entertaining Fox TV series. He's like the narrator of this story, but they have kid actors playing it, and they're really good. And Neil Patrick Harris is very talented. He's more than just Doogie Howser. He gets to show off his like musical stuff, and the series is just my sense of humor. It's, you know, sometimes absurd and crazy, and I just think it's great. I've very much enjoyed watching that series. So if you've seen it, please don't spoil it, or if you read the books, because I am not through it yet, but really much enjoyed that one. Let's see. So apparently, hey Spanky, welcome to the stream. Apparently Halloween Kills was pretty bad. Is that the last one? I don't know. Or they still haven't come out with the last one. It says, well, you're not wrong. A lot of movies from the last few years seem to be remakes or reboots. Yeah, it seems like that. Was there ever a system after the Genesis? Yeah. Ghoulies, not Goodies. Well, I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen Groovy Ghoulies. Sorry. Hey, Mark, welcome. So let's see. I loved watching the creative use of stop motion effects in old movies like Time Traveler and Godzilla. Yeah, you know what else? Is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That was one of the few times the sequel was better than the original, right? I remember how big that was. I enjoyed the Terminator series. And I'll say this too. Sarah Connor Chronicles, the TV series, underrated. That was a good series. I really enjoyed that. Unfortunately, it ended prematurely, so you don't get the satisfying end because it was episodic, right? Like the story was supposed to be leading somewhere, and they never got fully to it. I can't believe I survived that. Okay, let's see if we can do some damage here. Against the enemy, not me. Yes! Haha! I am actually proud of myself for getting through that one. Oh, I should not have got hit there. Got him. I do feel like this. Original Terminator was good too. But I do like the sequel. And honestly, I can't remember anything about the other Terminator movies, like, 3 or Salvation. Like, they're all a blur to me. But Sarah Connor Chronicles, I really enjoyed that series. I wish it received a 3rd season. It got 2. I used to be really into Lost too, and I am one of those people who thinks that the ending was terrible. Like, I think the writers admitted it, but they basically, they did it backwards. They came up with questions before they had the answers. So there were so many unanswered questions. And, when they promoted the show, when ABC promoted it, they would say like, questions will be answered. And so watching Lost was like watching a good mystery with a bad ending. I remember watching the original Predator on on network TV. They edited out all the stuff, and I really enjoyed the original Predator. I thought it was really good. I watched the first 2 episodes of Andor, and it's boring. Oh, that's a bummer to hear. I was looking forward to that. Hey, John and Aaron, welcome. Let's see. Alien and Aliens are probably on the same level as T1 and T2 for me. I'm going to say this. Like, as a kid, really liked the Alien movies. But I rewatched them and weren't quite as good as I remembered it. That isn't it weird? Have you ever watched a movie that you really liked when you were younger and then you watch it again and you're like, it's good, but I used to think it was so much better. Now, I will say this. In my opinion, the biggest mistake the Alien franchise did was Alien 3 when they killed off Newt, you know. I think they had a setup perfectly for someone to take over after Sigourney Weaver, you know. If anything, this might come as, you know, controversial or whatever. If anything, they should have killed off Sigourney Weaver's character at some point and then had Newt take over the fight. And not kill off Newt. Because Newt was such a, like, you just felt like there was big, like, it was almost like seeing Luke as a baby, right? Like, oh, the force is strong with that one. And so to kill off Newt, I just thought was a big mistake. But yeah, the Alien movies don't hold up as well as they did. You know what else doesn't hold up? And hopefully this doesn't upset anybody, but Tim Burton's Batman. I really liked Tim Burton's Batman. And I still do. But I rewatched and I was like, the story's not as good as I remember it. I think the Dark Knight versions really helped elevate the Batman story. So Dick Tracy was another movie I rewatched like the past few years, and it's one of those movies where I like the aesthetic. I think I love the characters, and same with Batman. Jack Nicholson as a Joker was just amazing, right? But the story, lacking. Ooh. I think I'm thinking too much about movies and stuff. I mean, I'm doing okay, but that's okay. It's a live stream. You want to have fun. You want to talk. It's okay with me if I don't get the patch score as long as I have fun. Because in the end, that's kind of the point, right? Ooh. Let's see. The Thing was a masterpiece. Yeah, The Thing is one of those movies that still holds up. Yeah, it's okay if you still like Burton's Batman. I just found it not as lacking. Or not as interesting as before. Another movie that holds up, some of you know, is that let's see, Original Thing. I even saw okay, what's my favorite movie of all time? What's one of my favorites? So I'll go ahead and say that because I was going to say it anyways. Is honestly Jaws. I think Jaws, you could disagree. It's fine. I mean, that's the thing about online is people like to argue or disagree. But I find Jaws to be a masterpiece. It is just it's just a great story. And I've said it before, but it's a good thing the shark was hidden a lot. The shark, it was a good thing that you didn't see the shark a lot because it actually added, and I've said this on other live streams, that I'm a fan of Hitchcock, and I think Hitchcock, you know, one of the things that made Hitchcock great was that he left a lot of tension to the viewer's mind. You know, like a movie like Psycho today is kind of tame, you know, even though it's like considered an R movie. I don't think it really is. But the thing about Psycho was what you didn't see, right? The shower scene, like you see enough, but you don't see it all. And that's the brilliance. And sometimes limitations of movie making force that, but sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. I remember one year I saw, I'm not a horror film fan. I've said that before, but I saw the very first Halloween. It was like It was an edited version, so it probably had some of the stuff. But I thought what made the original Halloween interesting was you didn't see Michael Myers all the time. You didn't. It was the shadows. It was like the boogeyman could be around any corner, and to me, that's what made it suspenseful. And I think that's what's missing in some movies. Yeah, I mean, Jaws as a kid, it kept me out of the water when I went to visit my grandparents in Florida. Like, I didn't want to go in the ocean because of Jaws. I'm one of those people. But now I find sharks, especially great whites, fascinating. Like, I would love to do a dive with great whites. You know, not to kill them or anything, but out of appreciation. I think they're just, like, obviously you need to respect them. I mean, they're animals. They usually don't attack people unless there's mistaken identity, right? Oh no, I was doing so good. There we go. Well, I earned a free guy. Oh, come on, I'm not hitting any? Let's see. I think what I'll do is after this run, I'll try to do a silent run where I just focus and see if I can do any better, and then I'll talk. Oh no! I'm using the Atari. Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't know where it went. It fell on the floor somewhere, and I have a carpet where things sometimes my carpet it gets things get lost right when I drop. So I'm using this Atari CX78 controller. That's like the Europad it's called. It looks like an NES controller, and it has like a little thumbstick that you can screw into the D-pad, and I had it screwed in, and I actually unscrewed it plain. Let's see. Yeah, Megamania, hamburgers, cookies, bugs, radio tires, spinning diamonds, irons, spinning bow ties, and space dice. Yes. Let's see. Lots of good chat going on. Really cool about that. TFO, basically better than Space Invaders. I like Space Invaders. I really do. Was I ever into ham radio stuff? I was never into ham radio stuff, but I would say that, I would say that Frequency is a great movie if you've never seen it. And it involves radio transmissions going back in time. That is a really good movie. That's what I say about horror movies. The less you see, the better. That's why Hammer horror is better than 99% of the stuff made today. Yeah. So, and I do kind of like the Jaws formula where it's man versus one big beast, right? So like The Thing is very similar. Let's see. One of the 4 movies that I would watch again, along with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Interesting. You like the new one, Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor, right? Mannequin and Cool Runnings. Interesting. Yeah. I highly recommend Jaws if you're into that. So let's see. I think I got caught up. So yeah, I really enjoyed Frequency. Let's get another series go before I call it a night. So I think Jim Caviezel's in it. He was, he's probably best known for playing Jesus in The Passion, I think. And is it Dennis Quaid, I think, is in it? And I want to say that they made even a short-lived TV series on it or something. I never saw the series. I don't think I'm going to get through this without talking a little bit. I think I'm sorry. This is the time of night when I also get tired. So like, there's probably a bell curve to my playing sometimes where I start out and I get good and then I start to lose a little bit. Oh, yeah, I just saw a Hitchcock movie too. It was on Prime. I can't remember what. To Catch a Thief. That was it. It was pretty good. Let's restart. Let's start this again. That was a decent movie. Cary Grant, which was a big... And who was the actress who ended up becoming like the Princess of Monaco? She was in it too. That was a good movie. That was fine. It wasn't the best, but it was good. I'm trying to remember. Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? Is that it? I think that's it. And I was reading up about her, how like she became a princess, but she also like, I think she got a little depressed. She missed acting because like she had to give up acting. I mean, kind of like Meghan Markle, right? She became a princess or whatever, married a prince. I guess not officially a princess, but... What do they call him? Princess Cohort or something like that? I can't I mean, I know Camilla is like queen. Is it cohort? Am I saying that right? Where they're like... They're queen by marriage or whatever. Like I was one of those people that when Queen Elizabeth passed, I was looking up like, well, how does royal lineage work? You know, and like who's next? And it's very bloodline related. Like it's always the firstborn or the firstborn of the firstborn. You know, the pure blood, you know. It's near impossible for someone to marry and then become the king or queen officially. Consort, that's the word, not cohort, consort. Sorry, I'm not familiar, I'm not well versed in royal lineage terminology or whatever. Oh, I got him. Yes. Okay, let's go on. Oh! Let's just keep shooting, because I don't think shooting takes away from your energy. I think your energy is basically a timer. Okay, now I'll have to wait till these guys come back. Got him. Oh, that hurts. Not too bad. That's like the score I got. That's the score that I got like the first live stream, but I've done better. Talking about World War I. So yeah, consort was what I was doing it. Is Pong Show here? Have ever seen the Blade? I remember back in the day seeing the first Blade and liking it, but I haven't got into it. I'm actually more sensitive to those kind of like, you know, slasher movies now than I was back then, so. But I did think Wesley Snipes was good in the role. If I had a favorite movie, and I mean, if Transformers the movie is underrated. And I enjoyed the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I enjoyed that. Talking about Crossfire the game. Top 5. Oh, Pong is here. He says Jaws, Halloween, Christine, Nightmare on Elm Street, and The Burning. Never heard of The Burning. Never heard of that. No, I haven't accidentally ever swore. Let's see. Blade is a superhero movie. Yeah. It's a superhero horror movie, if that makes sense. It's like I mean, it's definitely got plenty of blood, right? So but Pong Show mentioned a movie, and welcome to the stream, Pong Show. But Christine, I remember that as a kid. That's another one of those movies that I saw Oh, and that reminds me of another one that I enjoyed as a kid. Now, a lot of these movies, like we had one of these stations that would show, especially around October, they would do Shocktober, but we had two independent stations that would show, edited movies, right? So that anyone could watch them, or most people. Like they'd take out the stuff that made them R and, the heavy swearing or violence or whatever. And Christine, man, as a kid, that was creepy to me. Christine and The Fog. And The Fog, I like the atmosphere of The Fog. I can watch that one still. I like just this cloud, this menacing cloud. As simple as it is, it's actually, it's actually, I think it's well done. I think it's well done. That's one of those movies that a lot of people don't mention as much nowadays. I know it had a remake with Tom Welling from Smallville and I think a girl from Lost was in it too. Come on, here we go. No, I want to get past the first 2 rounds without losing a life. What did you miss? Nothing much. Just talking movies some more. But I'll tell you else, since we're talking the theme, what I really enjoy, I know this might sound silly to some of you, but I enjoy the old Universal monster movies. I enjoy those. I've been getting into those, and I'm really, really wish Peacock would open up the vault and just let you see everything, because they keep them like hidden until this time Halloween. So now you can go watch Dracula and, Bride of Frankenstein, but they don't, like, it's hard, like, because there's so many more that they just don't put on the streaming service, and I wish they would. And some are better than others, but like, Bride of Frankenstein is a true classic. And I enjoyed watching The Invisible Man. So I enjoy those. I wish Peacock would really open the vault, because a couple years ago, there was a deal on like a Blu-ray collection of the Universal monster movies, and I'm like, and I actually pay Peacock. I do the $5 plan where you get to watch everything, but there's ads and a bunch of stuff, which is fine, because I'll watch some of the old wrestling stuff and other stuff. But man, I wish they would just put all the monster movies. And there was a deal where, like, they had a Blu-ray set of like the Universal Monster Movie Collection, and it was like 50 movies or something like that. I was like, well, I got Peacock, they'll probably put it on there. And they just never did. And I wish they would. Like, they'll put a lot of them, but not all of them. I mean, I remember when Peacock first came, I was like, okay, and they were like, oh, they own all the Universal movies, and they would talk about Jaws, and it's interesting. Even though I own Jaws on Blu-ray, like, now I'm so used to digital, like, it's been a while. Let me just say, it's been a while since I put a disc in to watch a movie. I become lazy. I'll just watch there's so much stuff on my phone I can watch, right? Or on my Roku. And I was like, all right, I want to see Jaws again. But even though it was summertime, they didn't put it on for a while. It took a while. So Peacock is, I have like a love-hate relationship with Peacock, because like I actually had the WWE network for a while, and if you're a wrestling fan, that was really easy to navigate, and Peacock, it's a nightmare. It's so hard to find stuff. Somehow they turn pay-per-views into seasons, It's just so much harder to navigate. So Peacock is both one of my favorite streaming services, and one of my, but I also have issues with it. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm lucky to get those guys. How am I going to get over there? I guess I'll just have to wait till they go through. Okay, come on. And hope that I have time to blast them all, because look at that little space. Come on. There we go. One down. Did it! Okay. Oh man, I'm going to do this again. Peacock is running special now, $2 a month for a month, or $20 a year for the first 12 months. That's pretty good. I do watch some Pluto. I do watch some. Sometimes they come back. I haven't heard of that one. Let's see. When is Top Gun Maverick coming to Paramount Plus? See, I don't have Paramount Plus. Peacock, yeah, it is a terrible name, but it's also their, was it Icon? No, mascot. So the Peacock, the network, NBC. Stargate, I haven't I haven't played. I've seen the original Stargate. Never got into the series, but I heard, I had a buddy who was really into it. Check out The Burning from 1981. Jekyll and Hyde. Being 21, Invisible Man, favorite classics. Alien Factor, I haven't heard that before. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Creature from the Black Lagoon is like one of those movies that I love the look of the creature more than the film itself. Hey, BMK, welcome. So let's do that. Let's give it one more go. I'll do one more. I've said it before. Logo, not mascot or icon. Potato, potato. As long as you know what you're talking about. Hollow Man was good. Haven't seen Hollow Man. That's like an Invisible Man, right? A modern. Is that with Bacon? Kevin Bacon? Invisible Bacon. I'll say one more movie that scared me as a kid. It was made for TV. It was called Trilogy of Terror. And it's all about like this, it was 3 movies in one. It was an anthology. And I'm a sucker for anthologies. You know, like Twilight Zone and Amazing Stories. And the very last movie was about this little like black African doll that had sharp teeth and a spear, and some lady bought it as like a knick-knack decoration. And when she sets it down, the necklace comes off and the doll comes to life. And it was another one of those movies where it's like, where is it? Is it under the couch? You know, you didn't see it all the time. It was better for it. It was really, as a kid, it creeped me out. Here we go. Let's see, let's get these bugs. That's what they are, they're bugs. This is my last one. I need to go to bed. Yeah, it's midnight here. Midnight and the kitties are sleeping. Oh man, yeah, I'm getting tired. Getting tired. Oh! Come on, where is it? Oh, yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. My kitties are still up. Hey, Tim. Let's see. Star Trek Next Generation was Twilight Zone in space. Or at least my favorite episodes are. Yeah, there are some good ones. Amazing stories. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Atari Creep would know sleeper movies. Pong Show's asking him. Yeah, Atari Creep would know that stuff. I like the Abbott and Costello. Yeah, they had some of that on Peacock a year or two ago, and they haven't put them up. And I wanted to see more of those. It was interesting because like I remember one that introduced Vincent Price. Vincent Price is like one of my favorite older actors, and he did a cameo at the end of a movie as the Invisible Man. I think he might have been the Invisible Man. Oh, you're welcome. Tim says love the live streams. So yeah, yeah, good times. Thank you guys for joining the stream. I do need to head to bed. Sorry I couldn't make the patch score this time. So what I might do is I'll probably put this on the back burner and maybe I'll give it another attempt. I don't know that I'll get all the patch scores. I mean, I'm happy because I improved my personal best to like 26,000 points, which previously I didn't even do nearly as good. Let's see. Adam wants to see more Sega Genesis. Creep says good night. When you beat Link to the Past, did you make a wish or how? I didn't make it. Let's see. Have you seen? I haven't seen the Castlevania animated series. But yeah, I might Sega Genesis. I'm, you know what? I'm getting the, Genesis Mini too. So who knows? I might use that for some streams. Anyways, that's my stream for the night. Thank you guys for joining and I will see y'all next time.